Hey guys, how you doing? Now, today we are going to be looking at this. Now this is the Born to Drift short shifter. This is their first one they made, so it's like the 1.0. I think they have all the way up to like a 4. Obviously varying in prices, they get a bit more expensive, they go up. It's a bit of a universal shifter for the BMW, I believe. So this one costs you about £89. With it you get this, obviously the shifter, and these bolts as like a fitting kit, the ones that mount it to the tunnel. Now the whole shifter is made of aluminium. It bolts directly onto the tunnel and it should be very easy to fit, because I believe it just you just basically remove your original shifter and fit it with to the linkage via this hole. So the shifter is designed for the E30, E34, E36 and E46 and the M3 models variants of those. I'm unsure whether it fits any of the other ones, I don't know, so I'm just going to say it fits those. It does fit ZF and GetTrag, so don't worry about that, whichever box you've got. Now it's a nice piece of equipment, it really does, I mean obviously in me holding it here like this, it actually looks quite tall. From base to top it measures to 33 centimeters. This section here is actually covered by the interior trim, and then obviously you'd have the gear gator, probably makes it up to about here. So after all, it's not actually that tall compared to the standard ones, especially not with me where I've got a bit of an extended thing about here, so it's probably going to work out about the same height. So what these are for is it makes it a little bit more easier and a bit more precise with changing gear, because if you own one of these, you know that E36s, the throw on them is pretty big, and also when they're in gear they are quite wobbly as well. I've quite noticed it a few times if I'm sitting there like doing a burnout in first, it doesn't really do it this, but yeah, it slides around loads. Yeah, so it should be very simple to fit. 4 bolts here, mounts to the top of the tunnel, and then you have the one bit that just clips to the linkage. Now, sounds quite easy. Obviously you're going to need to jack the car up and remove those interior bits surrounding it first. I've got a bit more of an issue, which I'll show you in a second. But yeah, so it should, in theory, be easy to fit. It probably will be a little bit time consuming, because you've got to, I mean, from when I've removed my gearbox before, getting around underneath there, it is quite fiddly. But yeah, let's take a look. So I have already got the car jacked up and I've already removed these bits here. You don't really need to see it, but this is going to be my issue. So my sort of ghetto built hydro handbrake mount is actually welded to the tunnel, because I kept having loads of flex in it, so I just thought I'd do that. So yeah, I'm going to have to cut and grind this out, which is going to be obviously fun for me, and I'm then going to have to buy a new plate, I think. So I'll probably get another Born to Drift one, because I imagine they might have hopefully made them so they fit each other. But yeah, so it's just going to mount on top of here. You get rid of this bad boy, and then you just 4 bolt holes in there. So yeah, I think we're going to need to remove this bit down in here as well, which is fairly simple anyway. So yeah, what I'm going to have to do is, I'm not going to cut the mount out yet. I'm going to take the original shifter bit out, and then do it so I've got a bit easier to get the angle grinder in there. So now that first section, if you look from the top, it's going to be a bit hard for me to show you. I'm going to try and film it maybe with my phone when I'm underneath the car, but if not, I'll try and explain it to you now, and I'll show you once I've got it out what I mean anyway. So the shifter, if you look at the top, you go all the way down to where it connects to the linkage. There'll be a little pin through there, and then on one side there's like one of those clips that just clip over it like that. They're not really like the clips where you need the pliers to squeeze them in and out. These ones you should just be able to push off with a screwdriver. So you should be able to do that from the top. If not, I think you can be able to access it from the bottom anyway. Okay, so after a lot of hammering around, cutting and grinding, I think I've made it flat enough for that to sit on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to place that on there. I'm going to go underneath the car, and then just connect the linkage back up to that bit there. And then once that's in place, I can actually work out where I need to then drill the holes through for the bolts. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to film this on my phone, this bit here. As you can see, that's it there. I don't know, I'm pointing at my screen. I need to be pointing at the actual thing, don't I? Yeah, so that's the clip here. As you can see, it sort of just needs pushing off. I think I'm going to get a screwdriver in there to get that out. Like that. And then it just slides out. There we are. As you can see, that's the little clip there. Make sure you keep that safe because you do need that, because that will slot back into place. Yeah, just basically use a screwdriver and you can see I just pushed in that way on it and she popped off. The next bit we need to remove is the top part of the linkage, because that doesn't want to be in there at all. So what we need to do is there should be, once again, it's going to be hard to see, but there should be, at the end of this, there's a clip that like sits over a pin again. Kind of looks, I can't really make the thing with my hand. I guess it kind of looks like that, right? So the pin would be in there, and then there's like this bit here which slides up like that, and then it pulls off, right? Or that bit pulls out, I can't quite remember. Yeah, so you can see that. I'm going to circle that on the screen, and that basically will flip up back towards us. Maybe I can put a little arrow in there of a motion. Now, I did watch a video the other day of someone fitting one of these, and he thought that was a rivet and drilled it out. You really don't need to do that. Hopefully I can wedge an arm in there and show you. I got that right. You see that? There we go. We got a good view now. This should ping up. You might have to get a screwdriver in this end to pry it up, or hold on. Come on. Right, I'm going to need 2 hands for this. I'm going to come back once I've got it open. Okay, so I managed to get it undone. It's this bit here. As you can see, it winds up like that, like I was saying, and then it will slide this way. So what I've done was I got it up a certain amount, and then I just put a really thin flathead screwdriver in this end and pulled towards us and lifted up, and it managed to ping it off. It did take a couple of goes, but as you can see, yeah, it just slides out like that. And that's it there. Then this bit should pull up like that. There you are. Sorry, you guys didn't see that, but it just slides out of that bit there. Now I'm going to point this out just because on that other video I did watch, the guy spent ages drilling through it, like this piece here or whatever, and then drilling that bit out, removing all of that. Now, if you're not sure, because you might turn out you don't like the linkage, it's the new shifter, it's better just to keep all of this stuff in. And like you saw, once I pulled that out, that pretty much just fell straight out. So yeah. Right, now let's get to cutting this bit off and fitting it actually the rest of it in. Okay guys, so that's what it will look like when it's all connected back up again underneath. As you can see, the little clip just on there at the end of the pin. Now I'm going to go up top and line her up. So the car is in neutral, and I've lined it up as much so this the actual stick is straight. What I'm going to do now is just drill some holes here. I think these are a 6. I'm going to use a 6.5 drill bit anyway to go through that. And then yeah, then I'll just bolt it into place, and that's pretty much it really. So guys, if you're doing this by yourself like me, I've gone and rigged this little setup to help make it easier to do the nuts up from underneath. I've just duct taped a ratchet strap to that, and that's worked because that one's all done up now, and then I just need to move around and do all the others. I'm not going to show you how to do a nut and bolt up because, you know, it's a waste of time of the video, waste of your time. If you don't know how to do a nut and a bolt up together, it is probably not the video for you. But yeah, next to when it's installed, I guess. That's reverse. So as you can see guys, that's proper 2nd, 3rd, 4th, oh, 5th. Right, that's proper tight. So this is going to be very interesting when it comes to actually drifting it. That is it in. That's the install, that's it done. So as you can see, it's actually quite a simple procedure to do. It's some of the bits are just really fiddly, right? I'm not going to put it all back together because I've got some other stuff I need to do, because I've got some wiring, because I'm going to be doing another neon video. Yes, that's right, another one. So the next video, yeah, it'll probably be the next video. I know I've done one before, but that was with some dodgy Chinese eBay kit I bought. These ones are custom thing I'm doing is going to make all the wiring, do the own switch and stuff. They're only going to be one colour, they're not going to be multicolour, but hopefully they'll last a lot longer because my neons, that I've had them twice now, these kits that I've had before, and they only last like a few weeks, well, a couple of months, and Joe's have sort of done the same really, and anyone else that I know have got them done them, whereas I'd like to actually spend a little bit more money and have ones that last a bit longer, because they actually look really cool, like when you do like a night drifting, like they often do it, like the Learn to Drift ones, so, and they just look kind of cool anyway. Like, neons are cool. No, I'm not going to say they're cool, nah, neons are just like, on the right car they look good, so yeah, I'm not going to put all that stuff back together. That's it, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys, see you on the next one.